Hello and welcome to Coffee Chat with Jody. I am so excited to be here today. So grab your coffee or tea or whatever smoothie or something you like to drink and come chat with me today. Today, I don't know if I can see anything of what's happening behind the scenes. We'll see how that goes today. Today, we are talking about celebrating, or not even talking about, we are celebrating life. The big, the small, and everything in between. So first off, before we get into that, I just want to make a small little, just talk into something that happened this week. Me not being as active in this group. After the Momathon, even the day of the Momathon, I was feeling really run down. The day of the Momathon, I probably should have had a nap, but I was making sure I was available to every single expert and watching the videos. And by the end of the day, I was exhausted and I'm still working my way back. So this week I've been honoring my body, honoring how I feel, and just being if that's what I need to do when my son's napping. So I haven't been as active in this group. So if you've been posting, I love it. Keep posting. I will look at them, I will like them, and I will comment when I can. Now that I haven't been as active, there's just so much to catch up on. And I am here, and I want to be here for you. But if I don't take care of myself as well, then I'll be gone for like a longer period of time. So, and what good am I then? So let's get into today. But that's why I haven't been, if you notice, I haven't been commenting or liking as much. I've been very exhausted. So I've been listening to my body and resting. So today, celebrating life. A week ago was the Momathon, and we were celebrating your momnificence, you and how amazing you are. And I kind of want to bring that into today, a week later, because it doesn't have to be one day. And the reason I decided to talk about it today is because in my life personally, we are celebrating a big day. At least in my mind, it's a big day. My son is turning 2 today. It's his birthday. And I figured it was just suiting. A coffee chat fell on today. And why not talk about this? So we celebrate life. Usually we celebrate birthdays. We celebrate anniversaries. We have a good party when there's a wedding. We celebrate graduation. We celebrate all these life-changing events. And then we forget to celebrate us sometimes. Let's even just take it a step to Mother's Day. Did you do anything for Mother's Day? Or did you just do something for your mother? Or just kind of like, oh, it's just another day. And that's okay too. I personally, for Mother's Day, I like making memories. Collecting things or asking for gifts or expecting in my mind gifts, I don't like to do. So I actually do a Mother's Day road trip every year. It started since my daughter was my first year as a mother. And I think we took a year off because I was pregnant with my son, and Mother's Day falls right around his birthday. So I didn't want to travel far away in case I needed to be near the hospital. So, but we go every year and we do this fun little, we live not that far from the Bruce Peninsula, and we go and do a passport. It's a fun little 12 stops, and we go check things out. Now, obviously, we don't do all 12 stops. But for me, it's about making memories and celebrating. Like, to be a mom, I just celebrate the fact that I have my children and things like that. And then for my mom, we actually went to the movies last night. So for me, it's celebrating, but in a different way. It's making memories while celebrating. So that's just a little, fun fact about my life. But think about, when was the last time you celebrated the little things in your life? And I don't want to use the word little, because in my opinion, everything that happens in your life is celebrate. Like, you can celebrate the good, the bad, the ugly, and I know it might sound weird to like celebrate it. And my family has had, a challenging time last year. My mom had a heart attack, and then she was diagnosed with cancer. Now the cancer's gone. She's obviously under observation, but life happens like that. And then it's to celebrate life. Like, wow, things could have went horribly wrong, but everything worked out really well. So celebrating those moments. And then there's you. Celebrating you every day. You are amazing. Celebrating the fact that we're alive. I love waking up and be like, yes, another day. Like, just celebrating life in general is amazing. And I know it can be hard because this past week for me has been hard. I was actually talking to my husband yesterday afternoon. And it's amazing what happens when, I'll tell you the story. I'm not sure where to go with this. I wasn't actually going to talk into this today. But yesterday I was sharing to my husband how I was feeling. And as I was talking, I'm like listening to myself talk. And I'm like, this isn't good. And because it's not just tiredness, it's just, there's a lot of emotional things. An event ended. I put everything into it for a very long time. And so there's like a mourning process to it. I'm mourning in a good way, though. Whenever you plan something and you put all your heart and soul into it, there's this period of like celebration and reflection. And I was like, wow. And it's really incredible from my point of view because of all my training as an empowerment coach and all the work I've done on myself. I can catch when I'm in a really negative state early. And sometimes it's a little overwhelming because it's like, oh goodness, like I'm in this state, this mental state that I don't want to be in. But sometimes we have to feel the emotions through it. So life is a funny thing. And but it's about celebrating the ups, the downs, the everything in between. Yeah, I had a train of thought and it's kind of gone. So, celebrating life, celebrating you. For me, for my husband and I, we actually have date night, and I've mentioned this numerous times. We have date night Friday nights, and to us, most of the time, it's just inside in the house. We have it. We don't always get a babysitter. Sometimes we do, and we'll go out and have supper. However, we always make it a priority to hang out, and we actually celebrate. We celebrate the week. We make a cheers to either us, or actually sometimes there's multiple cheers, like yes to us and our partnership. And it's just those little moments. It doesn't take It doesn't take much. It's just really just taking a minute to celebrate. Celebrate each other. Excuse me. Celebrate each other. Celebrate like the wins. I know. After my son wasn't sleeping for 2 years, or almost 2 years, because he just turned 2. So a few months ago, he just finally started sleeping through the night. And it happened, and we were so excited. And then I went to my husband and go, we never really celebrated the fact that Jaden is now sleeping through the night. So it's taking those moments. Like sometimes we take it not for granted maybe, because we're like, oh, thank goodness it's finally happening. But it's celebrating those moments. Because what difference, celebrating birthdays are amazing. And then there's other things to celebrate as well. So don't forget about the little things in life to be celebrated. They matter too. We could even look at maybe finally one week you were able to clean the whole house. Maybe not just one level. See, for us, we have a side split. So we have 5 levels. So they don't always get cleaned all at the same time. But when they do, we celebrate. Maybe, you haven't been able to clean all the time. I know for us, we haven't. And when you do, though, celebrate the wins. And it could be it could be anything. And when I say little, again, I don't mean little. I don't want to for me, our son sleeping through the night, that was a huge deal. That was big. That was bigger than celebrating a birthday, in my opinion. I'd rather celebrate that he slept through the night than my own birthday. And just because I finally got to feel like me again. And so everybody's celebrations, big or small, might look different. Like some people might have had a child sleep through the night early on. So that is, to you, sleeping through the night is like, oh, that happens. Eventually they'll sleep through the night. But for somebody it was in such a state of deprivation, it was a really big thing to celebrate. So I don't want to put anything big or small on anybody because we all have different perspectives and we all have different things happening in our life. So it's about celebrating you and all the wonderful things that are happening in your life. And we're here to celebrate you. And before we go, actually, I have two things I'd like to do. I would like to let you know that because it's my son's birthday, I am actually giving away, no strings attached, 2 VIP days with me, which means we're literally going to laser in on your day, laser in on the day we hang out. And it will be through Zoom or on the phone, depending on how you feel. And we literally will laser in for 2 hours and really work on, and it can be divided. I know sometimes you don't have 2 hours in a row, so we can space it out, but 2 hours with me to really laser in on what's going on in your life and kind of give you, to give you the next steps to really get you in the direction you'd like to go. So I am gifting 2 VIP days to celebrate my son's 2nd birthday. Also, the other thing I would like to do is, like we do, what I've been doing at the end of every coffee chat lately, is to pull a card from Life Loves You deck. And what do we need to hear today? I feel like this one keeps coming up. I think we pulled this at the Momathon too. I welcome miracles into my life. Be open to miracles today. You will experience a miracle each time you decide to let life love you a little bit more than before. Isn't that what life is all about, celebrating? When you decide to let life love you more, like celebrating in a way is kind of just showing your gratitude for something. And the big, the small, and everything in between. I welcome miracles into my life. And then you can celebrate them. And I think that's incredible. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will try and get into the group as much as I can. And I'm just sending you so much love. And remember to celebrate you because you do matter. I'm going to put the link below so you can fill in a short questionnaire and you will have a chance to win a VIP day with me. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye for now.